Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is well. Happy Thursday. Talking about the first sin, Adam, Eve, victims, blaming, the comfort of being a victim. I'm not talking about real victims, of course. There's a rhetoric, there's a way of blaming other people, of seeing the circumstances around our lives as being overwhelming and unable to be fixed. And the reason is because we can't fix it. But we're not meant to fix it. We're meant to fix us. We're not meant to fix it. So we may not be able to control most of life, but we're not meant to. We're meant to control ourselves and how we react. This is some of the great research by a man named Viktor Frankl in his famous book, Man's Search for Meaning, where Viktor Frankl realized that the Nazis took everything from him, but there was one thing that they could not take from him, which is his response. That was his. They took away his food and his clothing, his dignity. They even took away his ability to predict his own life, but they couldn't take away his response to it. That was uniquely his. He can choose how to respond. And he couldn't control the circumstances around him, but he could control himself. And the realization there is always something that I can control, me, gave him a certain level of purpose and meaning and dignity, human dignity. And that's another major mistake that we make, is that we think that we're trying to control it. And when you try to control it and you're not successful, the I can't stuff starts to creep in. But we're not meant to control it. We're meant to control us. And when we see that as ourselves, and that's our goals, to circle back to something we've been talking about, which is this idea of the last three have to kill. This idea that it is the ability to walk into discomfort that is the measure of my day. Proper discomfort, of course. Not just discomfort for discomfort's sake. When we deal with it at that level, what happens is we start to contain the frame of which we need to operate within. And so when you think about it, if all I'm really trying to do is control myself, I can do that. I can figure that part out. I can figure out how to control myself. It's not going to be easy, but I can do it. And not only that, but I almost can get excited about that. I don't know how it's going to work out today with this presentation or with this person, but that's not my role. I'm worried about how it's going to work out with me and how I'm going to deal with it. And how I'm going to grow from it. And how I'm going to work my traits out in it. And when we're able to look at the world from the perspective of, I'm just trying to work myself out, and I have a playground called life, but at the end of the day, it's really about my traits, and it's really about the stuff that I have to do in life to become the person I'm meant to be, to extract the greatness that is within me. Just that concept of the business that I'm in is greatness extraction. And sometimes I can extract greatness through the joy, and sometimes I extract greatness through the pain. You know, we have two. If you look at we're in, you know, we're in the season of Hanukkah, still with us, still with us. So if you notice something special, that there's really two types of fruits that their liquids rise in value. Right? If you look at life, but if you look in particular into Judaism, you'll see that fruit has basically the same status as its liquid. Apples, apple juice; orange, orange juice. Right? Like, it's the same. But two exceptions. There's two exceptions where the fruit and its liquids are categorically different. See if you can guess as I'm saying it. The first one is grapes. Right? Grapes and wine are categorically different. Right? They're different. It's not the same product. It's not the liquid of a grape. It's wine. And it has different statuses. It has different blessing. It does different things to you. And in Judaism in particular, we bring it out at different times. We bring it out under a chuppah when someone gets married. We bring it out when someone has a bris. We bring it out whenever there's a happy occasion, a holiday. Wine. What's the other one? I'm going to take a sip of the coffee to allow you to guess. Well, it's very relevant to the season, right? Because the other thing is olives. Olives produce olive oil. And that's categorically different than olives. You don't light up olives. If you notice something very interesting about these two things, right? Let's just analyze them for a second. Oil, olive oil in particular, which is the highest sort of, it's considered to be the greatest of the oils for lighting. And wine. You see them a lot, right? You ever notice? Shabbat, you light candles, you drink wine. You have a holiday of lights. Some holidays you bring out the wine. Right? Olives, you extract out a flammable liquid. Grapes, you extract out an alcoholic liquid. Why is that? Let's listen to this idea. Because grapes are sweet and olives are bitter. And when you have something sweet, it intoxicates you. Too much sweet intoxicates. A little sweet or enough sweet and you're feeling amazing. Too much sweet and you're gone. And so we bring out wine at happy occasions. Whenever there's a holiday, we bring out the wine because the wine represents the sweet things in life. We extract out the sweet things in life. And we remind ourselves that it's okay and you're supposed to have it. Enjoy it, but don't get intoxicated. Don't drink and drive. Don't addict yourself to sweetness. That's going to hurt. Oil, something different. Oil is bitter. Olives are bitter. It's not oil. Olives are bitter. And when you extract out bitter, you know what you get? You get a flammable substance. You get a basis for fire. Fire represents the soul. In either case, sometimes in life they're sweet, but we have to extract it properly. When we see ourselves as responsible for the extraction of sweet in our lives, it's not the sweet It's our extraction of sweet. It's not the good occasions or the happy occasions or the moments where it's all working out that is what we're looking for. It's how do we deal with it? It's how do we extract it? Because there are people in life who've taken sweet things and destroyed their lives with it. There are people in life that have good things and they've used it in their destruction. They've addicted themselves to it. Not just in alcohol, it's in all pleasures. People have addicted themselves to food. People have addicted themselves to buying things, to having things, to needing things. The work that we're talking about here is not, can I control sweet? I can contribute to getting good things. I can work for good things. I can pray for good things. I can hope for good things, but I can't control good things. That's not my job. You know what my job is? How to extract the goodness of the things that I have so that they will make me be happier and I can actually sanctify them in my life. It's amazing that you basically make Kiddush. Kiddush means to sanctify, to elevate. I elevate the goodness in my life. I use them for good purposes. I use them to create better in this world. I leverage gifts, talents, and resources so that other people can appreciate them. I am making Kiddush. Kiddush is Hebrew for sanctifying. I am elevating the sweet things in my life. That's mine. I mean, obviously everything is from God, but that's my job. Extraction. And if we were ever stuck with the challenge, are we extracting out of the challenge the flammable substance that enables us to tap into the depths of who we are, to our soul, our divine energy, and set it on fire? Because the challenges bring out that fire. It makes it flammable. But we got to control that too. Because if we put the fire everywhere, we're going to destroy things. But if we contain it, then it lights up and beautifully lights up the room. Look how beautiful Hanukkah menorah is. You see it in the window. How it lights up a home. Look how beautiful. You ever go to someone's house for Shabbat and there's dozens of candles? It's so beautiful how candles create an ambiance. If you go to a bonfire or see a Havdalah candle, but fire does, all of the colors of fire, all of the shades. It's amazing, right? How wine and fire bring us into Shabbos and wine and fire take us out. Everything's a lesson. God's teaching us how to extract out the good and extract out the challenge. But that's our responsibility. It's not to control the world. Our responsibility is to control ourselves, our perception, how we process, how we react. And when we allow ourselves the ability to not control the world, when we stop worrying about the fact that our kids are not what we want to have worked out as, we had these dreams and those dreams and this expectation, and then we realize that wait, I can't control my children. I can't control my spouse. I can't control the money that I want to make. I can't control these things. I can't control governmental rules. I can't control the weather. But I can control my reaction. So let me prepare myself so that in case something happens, I'm still calm. I can't control other people's. Let me teach myself how to accept. Let me teach myself how to react. Let me teach myself how to deepen my own capacity for discipline so that I never make anyone else feel like I'm disappointed in them. Let me train myself how to extract lessons from life. Let me train myself how to balance the gifts that I have properly. Let me train myself how to be better at extracting from this world, because it's really, that's my job. And once I could free myself of trying to control the world and to give that back to God, now I have more room to work on me, because that's my job. I'm an extractor. I extract from the world, and I extract from within me to bring to the world. That's what we do every day. We lay pipes. We drill for oil. We process. We connect dots. From the world to our soul, from our soul to the world. And if we can see our lives this way, I gotta tell you, my opinion, and I'm nowhere near an expert at this, that's when life gets exciting. Because I can control the things I can control, and that's what God wants me to work on. I can work on that. All right, everybody. To be continued. Have a great day. With God's help, I can't wait to see you again. Thanks so much.